Good afternoon, SEO for Startups, and welcome back to this week's Ask Me Anything video. It's been a while since we've done one of these.
It has.
I had a slight break.
You did?
Little baby Alan came into the world.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, thank you very much. So yeah, we're back. I put a post out on the group yesterday asking for people's questions. We've had some really great questions coming through, so we're going to answer them, take it in turns, which should be really good. Hopefully you guys will learn something from it, or learn lots from it. First thing I do want to mention though, before we go into this, is so we released a new feature on Hike called Journalist Outreach, which is a great way of building backlinks for free on high quality websites. Connor is one of our users and he's a member of the group. He posted a post earlier saying that he used it and he's managed to get a backlink on Yahoo Finance, and Yahoo Finance has got a domain authority of 93, which is like ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy
level of SEO. That's going to help his SEO so much. And it was the first request and the first time he used our tool, so
yeah, congratulations.
Great work. You must have done a great response. That's all I can say. It must have been a brilliant response.
Yeah, definitely so. And if anyone else actually has similar success stories, maybe not even 93, you might be less. I mean, 93 is huge. But anyone else has similar success stories, drop them in the group, let everyone know. Because it's always great to see it working for you guys as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant.
Awesome.
Gives us a warm, fuzzy feeling inside, doesn't it?
It does, yes. Yes, so does coffee. Awesome. Yeah, so questions.
Questions, right, let me find the post. Okay, great. So, first question I'm going to ask to Kieran. So, this was posted by Sunny. And he goes, this is a basic one, I think. Is a plural form of a keyword a separate keyword to target to the singular keyword? So, i.e. judo belt or judo belts, are they same or the same? Are they the same or the same? Are they the same or different? And then he followed that up with, and is the best practice to try and only use that one term on a single page that you're trying to map to? I'm guessing that's referring to within Hike.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the easiest way to say to check this, and it's something we've mentioned before in the past, is go into Google and do a search for each of the keywords and just have a look at the results that come back. 9 times out of 10 from our experiences, they will be treated as the same keyword. Yeah. It does tend to be the same keyword because people will search. I mean, judo belt and judo belts, people are going to be searching for the same thing. There may be occasions where they are different, but do a quick search in Google and see if they are essentially return the same results. And if they do, treat them as the same keyword. Now, if you're mapping them to a page on your website, you'd map them both to the same because they're essentially if they are returning the same results, because they're essentially targeting the same phrase. So yeah, it is, even though you mentioned it's a basic one, it is one that catches people out quite a lot of the time. So it's definitely worth it.
Good question.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. So you always give me the ones with the hard names. Georgios? I hope I pronounced that right, and apologies if I haven't. Asked how to rank for near me searches.
Cool. Okay, so near me searches, what Georgios means by that is I might go, and these have really picked up in popularity over the last few years. I might go to Google and search for electrician near me or plumber near me because you're looking for someone that's closest to you who can provide a service. I think the first thing to really point out, and a lot of people don't get this or understand this, is that you don't really need to optimize for near me. Google doesn't look for the text near me in a page and goes, oh, that's relevant for this. What Google's doing is essentially an extension of its Google Maps and IP location. So go away and search plumber near me. And what you'll see is that on that first page, as long as Google are doing their job properly, it will be businesses located close to you. Yeah. Okay, like they just know. And in order to know where Google thinks you are, if you scroll right to the bottom of Google, you'll see it has a location we think you're in, or location you're in. Yeah. And it will then basically take that and replace that with a near me. So instead of doing plumber near me, if your location was London, what Google's essentially doing in the background is searching plumber London. So yeah, you don't have to worry about adding near me into your text because that's not what Google are looking for. They're looking for proximity. So what you want to do is typical SEO best practice. So you want to make sure that your Google My Business profile is up to date. Your address details are the same on your Google My Business as they're the same on your website. Include them within schema on your website as well, so Google can understand that a lot more. And make sure that location, name, address, phone number is the same across the wider ecosystem. So all of your citations and directories, make sure that they're all the same. Make sure that you mention the town, the locations that you want to appear when someone searches near me on your page, and you've optimized them well just from a content point of view, a regular on-site SEO point of view. Yeah. So, use Google's NLP tool like we went through previously to run your content through. Make sure that that town, that city, that state has a high salient score. because then Google sees that copy is more relevant. So yeah, backlinks, local backlinks. It's basically any regular SEO. That's what you have to do for near me. You're not optimizing for near me, you're optimizing for that location.
Yeah, I'd say, just to touch on as well, with the Google Maps, you can set your locations that you cover within there. So instead of you having to pick every tiny little town and stuff that is near a city that you may be targeting, if you set on Google Maps that you're targeting Leicester and plus 20 miles, Google will cover all of that. So, and then it ties them back into what Andy said.
Cool, okay. Awesome. So this question from AJ Saunders, how to find and then sort out keyword cannibalisation? He says it's a nice, easy question.
Yes, no, it's not. So essentially, this is something that we do automatically in Hike anyway. So this is something that within Hike, if we spot that your keywords are showing for more than one page, and we essentially spot cannibalisation there, we'll flag that to you. If you were to do it manually, the process would be quite simple. It's just time consuming. So all you'd need to do is every day search for the keyword that you're kind of optimising for. Search it within Google and then have a look to see which page Google brings back for that keyword. So say for instance you're looking, we'll use a plumber example for instance, you're searching plumber Leicester and Google brings back your homepage. Then you search again and a couple of days later Google brings back a services page and then it then goes back to your homepage. There's essentially cannibalisation there, which Google's kind of not fully understanding which page is more relevant for that phrase. So essentially the way that you do it manually would probably just be grab a spreadsheet, add your keyword in, and then each day check what position
Don't do it
of the page.
Use Hike.
Yeah, it's a very long-winded process. Once you've then spotted that that page or pages essentially cannibalise against each other, what you then need to do is you need to have a look at the pages that Google thinks are relevant for that phrase and what they've brought back in terms of ranking, and then choose out of them which ones you actually want optimised for that phrase.
Yep.
Once you've decided that, all of the other pages, if it's possible, you need to de-optimise as much as possible. So if you've got mentions of plumber within the title tags on some of these interior pages that are ranking, remove the mentions of plumber and basically target something else if you want to utilise that page for another keyword. Also, what we tend to do as well is maybe add an internal link if you can onto the pages that you don't want ranking, back to the page that you do want ranking. So in this question,
using the anchor text of the keyword.
Exactly, yeah. So
naturally using that.
Yeah, / services, you'd add a text link on there that basically points to the home page with the keyword plumber. Just to really kind of enforce to Google that that's what you want to optimise for. Sometimes it is tricky because you have kind of pages that are generated by CMS platforms like tag pages, category pages that maybe you can't control as much, but if you can, de-optimise the pages.
Yeah, and I guess just another thing on there, another form of cannibalisation, which is kind of precedes Google getting confused, is when actually you are actively so you could, if in that example, if you did have your home page and your services page equally optimised for the keyword plumber, you really want to identify that before Google gets confused and doesn't know which one to show, right? So again, Hike will go through and alert you to those examples as well, where we see two pages optimising. But yeah, go through your site, have a look. It's a manual process, but have a look to see if you think that you're optimising multiple pages. So yeah, it's level.
Awesome.
Cool.
Right, final question. Oh no, sorry.
Easy.
Internal links, best practice, has been asked by Philip Barton.
Okay, cool. So yeah, internal links, for those who don't know, are links from pages of your website to another page. So like we mentioned in that previous example, if you link from your plumber's page to your home page, that's an internal link. So it's a hyperlink that a user can follow, a user and Googlebot can follow. So when regards to internal linking, for the majority of websites, it's not something you need to be too concerned about. The reason I say that is most websites have a great internal linking structure via their navigation. So their navigation sits on every page, and it does automatically, as long as you've set it up correctly, you do it naturally from a UX point of view, links to your most important pages, right? If you're an e-commerce site, you link to your categories, your subcategories, all from the navigation. If you're a services site, you link to your main services page. And that is on every single page, so that sorts out most of your internal linking. Where it's probably most relevant is if you create lots and lots of content. Now, blog posts themselves aren't usually mentioned in the navigation, so they don't get a lot of internal links naturally, so you kind of have to try and force it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So some tips for forcing it, and the reason you want to enforce it is because you pass SEO value between each internal link. So if you've got a blog post that you really want to rank, then setting up internal links from other blog posts to that one is going to pass some SEO value, which is going to help it rank. So a few things to mention. Think of the user always. Don't just shoehorn links in there. Make sure they're natural. Vary the anchor text. So if you do link to the same blog post multiple times, use maybe synonyms or slightly long tail phrases, so Google isn't always seeing the same anchor text pointing, your keyword directly to there. If you have like a content pillar, right, or a service pillar, so you want to rank for plumbers, and then you've created a set of blog posts to support that page. This is quite a popular strategy. So you've created some blog posts in, how to find the best plumbers, or tips for doing plumbing yourself. Maybe like 4 or 5 blog posts. Make sure all of those supporting blog posts point back to that services page, because then that's basically Google's going to see those links, associate all the content together, and just give it that extra boost.
Yeah.
And again, vary up the anchor text as well. A few other things: links higher up in content have more value. This matters for external links and internal links. It's really basic, but Google does well like this. Same with mentioning keywords. Higher makes a difference. So make sure your internal link is towards the top of the content if you want it to have the most value. I think that's probably
agreed. Yeah, 100%.
All right, sweet. So, final question. Oh, you thought you had a bad name to pronounce. Betul, maybe?
Oh,
you butchered that, haven't I?
You're quite high on that one as well.
Okay, so Betul has asked, hello, my question is about backlink strategies. I want to know if it's better to find content providers related to work manually or directly have an agreement with a backlink agency. It confuses me a lot because agencies are offering packages which my website will be linked, but they don't really want to share the info of which site will show my link up. So I guess just to rephrase that slightly, I think the question they're asking is, should I use an agency who offer to build links for you? Have agency, we will build you 10 links, or you pay on a per link basis, as opposed to doing it manually, going out and building links yourself. So have you got any advice around that?
Yeah, definitely so. So one thing that you mentioned as well with regards to them not actually wanting to share info as to where them links would be going, where your website would go, it's a bit of a red flag initially. So backlink agency, I don't want to tar them all with the same brush. Essentially, it's backlinks. Yeah, exactly. But we normally would go down the route of, if someone's basically selling you time to go out and build links for you, we think that normally that solution tends to be a lot better than an agency that's going out and guaranteeing you X number of links per month. Now, to guarantee you X number of links per month, they most of the time will actually have already a list of sites that they can get onto and just pay a fee to get onto. Now, the quality of these sites, from our experiences, doesn't tend to be that high. And we can use the example that we had from today at the very start of the video, where they've managed to build a link on Yahoo Finance. It's a 93 DA. An agency wouldn't probably be able to get you that if they're selling you X number of links.
Yeah,
or
if they did, they'd have a contact at Yahoo Finance, and it would cost you thousands.
Exactly,
absolutely thousands.
So that's the big thing, is that to actually give you a quantity of links, and you pay for a quantity of links, tends to be a bit of a red flag for us, because it's difficult and it's time consuming to go out and actually build links. And you can sometimes get really lucky, which is great, and utilising the journalist outreach is a perfect way of doing it, because the quality of their links is a lot higher, they're a lot more natural, and they're really talking, because you can only really get them links if you know about your industry. You're someone that really knows about your industry, and them links will be so relevant to your website, whereas these, what they'll tend to do is they'll go, here you can pay X amount for 10 links, and they'll try and shoehorn your business in to be relevant to the industry that link is about.
And they might shoehorn in their other customers in there as well, right?
We've seen that as well, where it's not just your website, they'll get a link on that post, it's multiple sites, and then you start to look at link networks and stuff. So some agencies will be good. More than likely, the agencies that are more expensive will probably be better, because they're selling time, they're not selling quantity of links. So I would try and get an example of some of the links where they're built in the past, and have a look through and see if it's actually a site where you would read.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing.
Ask for their process as well. How do they build links? What's their outreach process? How do they personalise it to you? Yeah, that's going to be your best bet, for sure.
100%. Yeah, awesome.
Right.
That's it.
Smashed it.
Yeah.
Smashed out the park. Smashed out the park.
First one at back as well. Awesome. So we'll obviously do more AMAs going forward. So just look out for the post, normally a day or two before the video, just asking if anyone's got any questions. If you do have any other questions as well and can't wait, just post them in the group.
Yeah, just post them in the group.
You won't get to see our lovely faces as much, but obviously they'll still be answered.
There are other SEO experts in the group anyway.
There are.
That are more than capable of answering, far more than capable. We've got some really great people in the group, so even if we aren't available at that time, there's going to be someone else that can respond to you. So make use. the community for sure.
Awesome. That's it then. Have a great weekend all. Cheers.
Bye bye.